Greetings. Welcome to our e-learning module on nonprofit grant management, best practices, and key concepts. In this session, we will explore the essential components of effective grant management, including budgeting, compliance, and reporting. Whether you're new to grants or looking to strengthen your existing processes, this module will provide practical tools and insights to help your nonprofit maximize funding and stay aligned with funder expectations. Grants management is the process of overseeing funds received through grants, from application to implementation, compliance, and reporting. It is crucial for ensuring funds are used properly, meeting donor requirements, and supporting the long-term sustainability of your organization's programs and mission. Strong grants management builds trust with funders and positions your organization for future funding opportunities. The grant lifecycle includes 4 key stages. First is research and application, where you identify opportunities and submit proposals. Next is award and implementation, when funding is received and project activities begin. Then comes reporting and compliance, ensuring the grant is used properly and aligns with funder expectations. Finally, closeout wraps up the grant with final reports and documentation. Understanding each phase helps ensure successful grant performance and long-term funding relationships. Here is another visual representation of the grant lifecycle broken into 5 stages. It begins with identifying funding opportunities, followed by grant and proposal writing to secure support. Once awarded, the focus shifts to implementation support, ensuring the project is effectively carried out. Compliance monitoring helps track adherence to grant terms, and finally, programmatic and financial reporting communicates progress and outcomes to funders. Each step plays a vital role in successful grants management. Nonprofit grants come in many forms, each serving different purposes and sectors. They include federal, state, and local grants, such as competitive federal grants, block grants, and municipal support. Foundation grants range from private and corporate to community and family foundations. Corporate grants often support social responsibility and employee engagement efforts. There are also program-specific grants, capacity building and capital campaign grants, as well as special category grants for areas like arts, education, health, and technology. Understanding these options helps align your funding strategy with the right opportunities. Nonprofits receive funding through several key structures. Operational or unrestricted grants offer flexible support, allowing funds to be used wherever they need most, without program constraints. In contrast, restricted grants are earmarked for specific projects or purposes, requiring detailed tracking and reporting. Lastly, seed funding grants provide the initial boost to launch new programs or innovative initiatives. These are often short-term and designed to help organizations test and grow new ideas. Operational or unrestricted grants are funds that nonprofits can use for any purpose in support of their mission. For example, a $50,000 grant for general operating expenses might cover salaries, rent, or administrative costs. The biggest benefit is flexibility. These grants empower organizations to respond to immediate needs, invest in infrastructure, and sustain core functions without being tied to a specific program or deliverable. Restricted grants are funds designated for specific programs, activities, or outcomes as defined by the donor. For instance, a grant might be awarded solely for purchasing new technology for classrooms. These grants are essential for driving targeted impact, but come with strict guidelines. Nonprofits must follow the donor's restrictions closely and provide detailed reports to ensure compliance and maintain the funding relationship. In nonprofit funding, organizations utilize 4 primary disbursement models. Single installment grants provide the entire amount upfront, ideal for smaller projects with clear parameters. Phased or milestone grants release funding in stages as specific benchmarks are achieved, ensuring accountability through progress-based payments. Annual or recurring grants offer predictable, renewable support over extended periods, typically requiring regular reporting to maintain funding eligibility. Finally, reimbursement grants minimize risk by paying after expenses occur, validating that funds are used appropriately before disbursement and creating clear documentation trails for all expenditures. Reimbursement-based grants provide funding after expenses have been incurred and properly documented. For example, a workforce development grant might reimburse training costs up to $20,000 upon submission of receipts. While valuable, these grants present challenges. Your organization must have sufficient cash flow to cover upfront costs and maintain detailed documentation throughout the process. Planning for these requirements is essential for successful implementation. When receiving grants, you will encounter two primary spending approaches. Spend-down grants require full utilization of funds within a specified time frame, making them ideal for short-term projects with clear endpoints. In contrast, endowment grants serve as permanent funding sources where the principal remains invested while your organization uses only the generated interest or returns. This approach provides crucial long-term financial stability and sustainability support for ongoing operations. Spend-down grants provide full funding upfront but require complete utilization with a specific time frame and for designated purposes only. For example, a $100,000 grant for a 2-year youth development program must be fully expended by the end date. When managing these grants, pay close attention to spending timelines and reporting requirements to ensure compliance and avoid returning unspent funds to the funder. The grant management lifecycle consists of 3 critical phases that guide your funding journey. The pre-award phase involves identifying opportunities, assessing organizational fit, and developing compelling proposals. The award phase encompasses receiving funds, establishing compliance systems, and initiating planned activities. Finally, the post-award phase focuses on implementation, financial tracking, reporting to funders, and evaluating impact, ensuring both accountability and long-term sustainability. The pre-award phase is your foundation for grant success. Begin by researching opportunities that align with your mission and evaluating eligibility requirements. Simultaneously, build relationships with potential funders through regular communication and updates. When ready, craft a compelling proposal featuring a concise executive summary, clear needs statement, specific goals and objectives, realistic budget and timeline, and a thoughtful evaluation plan. This preparation maximizes your chances of securing crucial funding. Strategic budget development follows 6 essential steps. First, align your financial plan with organizational mission and goals. Design a framework that captures both direct and indirect costs. Create a comprehensive budget using realistic projections and data. Use the budget as a management tool for decision-making. Translate financial information into compelling narratives for funders. And finally, ensure compliance with all regulations while maintaining flexibility to adapt to changing conditions. The post-award phase begins with thorough grant agreement review, focusing on funding amounts, payment terms, and restrictions. Immediately develop detailed budget management processes that track expenses against requirements. Establish robust tracking systems using appropriate software while maintaining separate accounts for each grant. Ensure meticulous compliance by documenting all expenses with receipts, timesheets, and progress reports. Regular review of actual spending against projections helps prevent issues before they arise, ultimately leading to successful final reporting and demonstrated outcomes. Effective grant management requires comprehensive reporting and evaluation strategies. Progress reports provide funders with regular updates on achievements, challenges, and spending patterns throughout implementation. Final reports summarize overall accomplishments, financial expenditures, and lessons learned at project completion. To support both, implement diverse evaluation methods, including surveys, interviews, data analysis, and outcome tracking, that demonstrate your program's effectiveness and impact. These practices not only fulfill funder requirements, but position your organization for future funding opportunities. Grant management comes with significant challenges: juggling multiple grants with different timelines, navigating cash flow constraints with reimbursement models, fulfilling complex reporting requirements, and addressing staff capacity limitations. To overcome these obstacles, implement a centralized tracking system that organizes all documentation in one place. invest in building a skilled grant management team with specialized expertise, and maintain transparent, proactive communication with your funders throughout the process. These strategic solutions transform challenges into manageable opportunities. A comprehensive grants tracker transforms your organization's funding management by centralizing all essential information in one accessible location. This tool not only streamlines documentation and deadline monitoring, but also fosters crucial internal collaboration across departments. Our sample spreadsheet template provides a customizable foundation that adapts to your specific organizational needs, ensuring nothing falls through the cracks while promoting accountability and transparency throughout the entire grant lifecycle. To ensure effective grants management, it is essential to establish clear policies and procedures. Start by developing a comprehensive grant management handbook and standardizing documentation processes. Foster internal collaboration by working across departments like finance and program teams to coordinate budgets and outcomes. Invest in staff training on grant compliance and management, and leverage software tools to streamline processes and improve efficiency. To manage grants effectively, consider tools like Amplifund, Blackbaud Grant Banking, and Bloomerang. Platforms like Flux, Good Grants, and Grant Hub streamline the application process, improve tracking and reporting, and enhance stakeholder communication. Tools like Salesforce and Submittable support regulatory compliance and effective budget management, leading to successful grant outcomes. When selecting grant management software, look for key features like a user-friendly interface and efficient applications management to streamline the process. Ensure it includes compliance tracking and robust financial management tools to maintain accuracy and regulatory adherence. Communication features are vital for stakeholder engagement, ensuring timely updates and collaboration. Reporting and analytics provide valuable insights for data-driven decisions, while integration capabilities are essential for seamless connections with other systems, ensuring smooth workflows, better decision-making, and enhanced efficiency across your team. It is crucial to understand the different grant types and their specific requirements, as this knowledge will help you navigate the application process more effectively. Design your budgets and proposals to align with your program goals, including clarity, focus, and a clear path towards achieving outcomes. Build systems that streamline tracking and compliance, reducing the risk of errors and enabling you to meet deadlines with ease. Finally, maintaining strong relationships with funders fosters trust, ensures transparency, and supports long-term success and continued funding opportunities. Thank you all for viewing this e-learning module. Have a wonderful day.